welcome to Vlogmas Day 4. I can't believe it's Day 4 already. So for today's Vlogmas video, I decided it would be fun to do a what's in my diabetes bag. A couple of you guys actually commented that you would like to see this, so I thought, why not just make it one of my Vlogmas episodes since I am posting a video daily until Christmas Day. I actually made a what's in my diabetes bag video 10 years ago, so if you want to see that one, you can check it out. But it's definitely time for an updated one because I do have some new things. Diabetes care is always changing, and every year they come out with new advancements and technology, so I'm really grateful that I can have the best technology that there is. Just a little background if you're new here, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes back in 2011. I was 11 years old and I'm 25 now. So I've been living with type 1 diabetes for 13 years now. And I've been pretty good with my management. I feel really healthy. And yeah, there's days where I hate diabetes and I just don't want to do anything. But overall, I've been pretty good. And I definitely have my mom to thank for that because when I was growing up, my mom was a big part in my diabetes management and making sure that my blood sugars were always really good. And to this day, she actually texts me all the time, you're high, you're low, give insulin, get sugar in your body. And when I was growing up, I always was annoyed by all the texts from her, but I'm actually very grateful now for how much she cared about me and making sure that I was healthy. Okay, so let's get into what's in my everyday diabetes bag. Also, quick disclaimer before this video, even though I do have type 1 diabetes, I'm not a medical professional. So if you have any medical questions or if you're taking any medical advice, please reach out to your medical professional. This is just a fun video of what's in my diabetes bag. So this is the bag I'm currently using. I actually got it off of TikTok shop in a bundle of 3 bags. So this was the smallest one. It's a really pretty pink color with pink bows, which I love, and it's just really simple and easy to open. Okay, I'll show you guys what's inside. But before we get into what's in my bag, I actually realized that my phone is technically considered a medical device for me as well. I use Dexcom G6 to monitor my blood glucose. So it's a continuous glucose monitor where every 5 minutes I get an updated reading of what my blood sugar is. This is a quick glance at the app. I'm 86 right now. I was a little bit high earlier, but that's the app. The Dexcom sensor that connects to that I have to change every 10 days, and it uses a transmitter which lasts for about 3 months. Next, I have my Omnipod 5. This has a black case on it, but this is what it looks like without the case. And this is my insulin pump remote. With this, I can give insulin. So when my blood sugar is high, I can give insulin. I can change my temp basal with this. And whenever I eat carbs, I also give a bolus for those carbs. And going along with that, I always carry an extra pod. So every 3 days I change this pod, which I wear on my arm, and it connects through Bluetooth. So these two work together to give me that insulin that I need. And I fill the pods with insulin. So this is Novolog. I used to use Humalog, but then I changed my medical insurance and they gave me this one, which honestly I have seen no difference. And I actually have this really cute pink case on it from Vial Safe. The insulin vial is glass, so I don't want to accidentally drop it and have it break because it's really expensive and you don't want to be in a situation without insulin unless you carry an extra one. But on an everyday basis, I just carry this single one. Next, I have 2 syringes just in case I need to give a bolus not using my pump, which only happens if my pump stops working for some reason, or if my blood sugar is really high and I'm noticing that the pump is not having the blood sugar go down. So in that case, I would just give myself a shot and keep an eye on it and see what's happening. Next, I have the Freestyle Freedom Light. So I use this to check my blood sugar. And I don't really do this often since I do have my Dexcom, but whenever I feel like my blood sugar is not accurate or I'm just being extra cautious, I do like to use this. And the test strips that I use for this are the Freestyle Light test strips, so I carry this as well. Next, I have a bunch of these alcohol pads that I use when I either change my insulin pump or when I use a syringe to give myself insulin. I always make sure to clean my vial and my skin when I'm doing these things because it's really important to make sure that it's clean so you don't get an infection or anything. And if you have a Dexcom, it's also important to clean your transmitter because I know a lot of people don't clean their transmitter when they put a new sensor on and they just reuse it. But I've noticed that that gets buildup on it and it can affect your blood sugar readings, I think, with your Dexcom. So make sure you also wipe that down when you're changing your sensor. Next, I have this really cool device that actually takes your needles after you use it. So if I use this syringe and I'm done using it, you can place the needle inside here and you just clip it and it cuts the needle off, so then you can actually toss this because it is a biohazard. But this is really handy to use when you're on the go and you just need to dispose your needles. Next, I have a couple band-aids in here. I don't really use band-aids ever. Very rarely my pump site will start bleeding after I change it or just randomly, but it's very rare. So I only keep this in here sometimes. Next, I have glucose tablets. These are the raspberry flavor, probably one of my favorite. I also like the tropical flavor. And the orange flavor, I don't like. I've had a lot of friends in the past eat these and they're like, oh my gosh, they're so good. Like, they're like Smarties, like candy. I would eat these all day. But I don't really like them that much. Which I think is fine because I don't really need to like it because it's for a medical reason that I'm eating it, not because I like to eat it. But these are the CVS brand ones. The reason why I keep them is because they work fast and they're easy to take. Another glucose brand I like are the Rely On gummies, I believe are called. I like them more than glucose tablets, but they only come in a big jar, I believe, so I can't really carry that around unless I have a huge tote bag, which in this case, if it's just my everyday diabetes bag, I don't have room for that. So that's why these are really helpful. I also sometimes carry a different low snack, so these are the Annie's Sour Bunnies, cherry lemon orange flavor. They taste really good, and sometimes I only need half of them in the bag. So that's why it's not the best, because then the bag is open, I'm just carrying it open. That's why these are just so much easier to use, but I do like the taste of these better. And lastly, I have my finger pricker. This is the Accu-Check Multi-Clicks. I don't use this often because I have the Dexcom, but when I do check my blood sugar, it has 6 lancets in here, I believe. So you don't have to change it that often, especially in my case. So it's really easy and fast and I like it. I like it for how much you can like stab in your finger, if that makes sense, yeah. And that's everything I have in this bag. If I'm going on a day trip or going somewhere for a couple days, I also bring an extra diabetes bag where I have more things just in case something goes wrong. But this is just what I keep in my everyday bag when I'm just running errands or going to a class or anything like that, where I'm just out for a little bit of the day. And I also keep a diabetes drawer in my dresser where I have all of my diabetes supplies that I own. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. I can also do a video where I'm organizing it because it is in need of an organization day. So yeah, let me know if you guys want to see that and I can do that for you. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, comment down below. Let me know if you have type 1 diabetes, what year you were diagnosed below, and how you're doing. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.